Hello guys, this is the Gaming Revolution here, and today I've got a pretty interesting video for you guys, so I hope you enjoy. If so, make sure to drop a like down below and subscribe if you enjoy this video by the end of it. But let's jump straight into it. So I've gone through the entire EISENDRACHE gameplay trailer that we got yesterday, and I've gone through each little snippet of gameplay, and what I've done is I've found out every single confirmed weapon that we know so far that's going to be in this map. So this is gameplay of every single weapon that we know that's going to be on the map. Obviously there's going to be a lot of other weapons and probably some new ones as well that weren't actually shown in the trailer, and there'll be a lot that are returning from Shadows of Evil and the Giant also. But let's jump straight into the gameplay. So the first bit of gameplay that we got of one of the weapons was actually the SVG-100 sniper rifle. I'm pretty disappointed that this gun's returning because we all know from playing Shadows of Evil and the Giant that all of the other snipers, the Locust and also the Draken, were a lot better than this gun, but regardless, that gun is returning. We're not sure if the other two snipers are returning, but I hope they are. The next gun that was shown within the trailer was actually the Shiva semi-automatic assault rifle. It's not too good, to be honest. I mean, it'll just be a wall buy like we've seen previously for 300 points. It's not too useful. The next gun we have is the Vespa SMG, and that gun's actually really good, so I'm glad that's returning. It's got a really fast fire rate, and it will obviously be a wall buy once again, and we can probably use that for getting to high rounds, putting blast furnace on it, and I hope that gun is a pretty good one because I thought it was pretty good on Shadows of Evil and the Giant also. Moving on to the next weapon, we actually have the XM53 rocket launcher, and we've obviously seen that gun within Shadows of Evil and the Giant also, and it's not really one of the best guns. It's one which pretty much no one uses because it is a rocket launcher, and without PhD it's practically pointless having rocket launchers in the game unless you can get PhD in this map from the Wonder Fizz. I would assume that would be the only way that this would be returning. If they are going to bring back PhD, they'll probably make it so you slide instead of dolphin diving for the explosions to happen, but I don't think that's going to be returning in this map. Maybe in one of the future ones. We'll just have to wait and see. Now the next weapon that was actually shown is the Death Machine. I'm glad that one's going to be returning, and I would presume that it's not going to be within the mystery box. We obviously saw it within the mystery box on Mob of the Dead, but I don't think it's going to be within the mystery box. I think it's just going to be a power-up, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong about that one. But yeah, pretty hyped that that gun is returning as well. Now, the next things that we do actually see, we actually see one of the traps in action, which is actually like this little drawbridge, and these little chain little gates actually slam down onto the zombies. Now, I know this isn't a weapon that you can actually use as in your hand, but it's still a weapon regardless. We also see this electric trap of sorts. I'm not sure whether this is just going to be like a dynamic part of the map or whether you'll actually be able to activate it, and that could be classified as a weapon. Also, the next thing that we actually see within the trailer was there was this moment where it showed all of this blue stuff in front of the character, which was causing a load of electric, and it was flinging the zombies off into the distance. As he said, I don't even think this might not actually be a trap. It could be some other way. Maybe you've got to power it up somehow by doing different things around the map. We've seen lots of generators and things like that. I'm sure it'll tie into them other electric orbs as well, possibly. But I don't think this is a trap. I think it's something else. It could be maybe like a power-up or a gobblegum, although I don't think so. But it's some sort of trap of some sort. Now, moving on to the next thing that we actually see, we see the monkey bombs. So the monkey bombs are returning on this map, which is great, great news. So that's technically a weapon. The next thing we see is the Panzer Soldat, which is returning on this map. Now, I know you may say, well, it's not really a weapon since it's technically fighting against you, but in my personal opinion, it still technically counts as a weapon since it does have a gun in its hand. And although you can't use it, and although it is fighting against you, it's still a weapon. But I was thinking, what if it isn't actually against you this time? What if it actually helps you, like the Civil Protector on Shadows of Evil? I don't think it will, but what if it can? It's probably just going to be a normal boss like in Origins as well, but it is actually upgraded. It's a better version than the Origins boss that we saw obviously on Origins. So I will be doing a video later today as well, breaking down that boss and how it might even be harder than the one we saw on Origins. But I'm pretty upset that the Panzer is returning because that guy was really annoying, and it may even be be even more annoying on this map. Now moving into some more weapons that were confirmed and we have gameplay of from the trailer, we have the HVK-30 assault rifle. This gun's not one of the best. I think it has quite a small ammunition size, but I still like it nonetheless. And the next thing that we actually see is the Dingo LMG, and it's probably the best gun in zombies that we've seen so far, so I'm really glad that that is returning. It's got a really good clip size, and it has a pretty fast reload for an LMG in my personal opinion, compared to some of the really slow ones like the LSAT that we've seen in the past. Now, next up we actually see the bow and arrow. This is going to be a specialist weapon on this map. I don't think you're going to be able to get it from the mystery box. I think you're going to have to complete some sort of mini Easter egg in order to get this weapon. And a lot of people are thinking at the moment, because there's these weird symbols on them which kind of look similar to the mark of the beast, that the way you actually obtain this is to do with the little dragon head, that we saw on the map, which is similar to the actual Cerberus that we saw on Mob of the Dead. So it's probably going to work similar to that. Maybe you've got to feed, there's probably going to be multiple of these heads which you have to feed, and maybe that's how you obtain this actual bow and arrow, or maybe it's something completely different. You got to do another Easter egg in order to get it. And a lot of people are also thinking that maybe these actual dragon heads aren't actually to do with the bow and arrow, but you might actually be able to get the Hell's Retriever on this map as well, like with Mob of the Dead. But technically as well, this dragon head, this Cerberus type creature that we see, technically that's a weapon as well, since it will be able to eat the zombies, and I guess it'll help you slightly. And we do also see it breathe fire at some point in the trailer, so I'm not sure whether that was just for the trailer to make it look cool, or whether it'll actually be able to breathe fire and actually set the zombies on fire. If so, it might even be able to set you on fire accidentally, so that's something to be wary of. Now, moving on to the next weapon, we have another specialist weapon, which is the gravity spikes. They're returning from multiplayer, and they're probably not going to be called the gravity spikes on this map. They're probably going to be called something else. In fact, I believe they're actually dual wielding Bowie knives, so that's pretty cool, and they just absolutely annihilate the zombies. As I said, I don't think this will be in the mystery box either. You probably have to complete some sort of mini Easter egg in order to obtain it, and we have no idea what you have to do as of yet to actually get it. So yeah, that's been a breakdown of every single confirmed weapon that we know so far, or that we got within the gameplay trailer, and hopefully the gameplay has been useful, just in case you're unaware of the names, so you can still actually know what each weapon is. So without further ado, thank you for watching the video, make subscribe for new the latest and greatest Black Ops 3 Zombies news information. Thank you for watching, and bye.